Get out of the car. Put your hands up.
Get out of your car. Let me see your hands. Let me see your hands. Let me see your hands. Get out of the car. Get out of the car. Get out of the car.
Oh, I'm gonna call the police.
Good. I hope so.
Get out of the car.
Get out of the car. Pull it
I
open.
can't. Let me get it off. The fuck? I'm getting it off. What?
Out of the car.
Oh, yeah.
Out of the
I'm
car.
telling my mama.
On May 12, 2022, a traffic stop on Cardstown Road escalated into a 5-mile pursuit at speeds exceeding 100 miles per hour.
Yep. Come, keep going.
Taking it too. I'm panicking the report now.
He's right behind the black truck. And I'll back off.
Just confirming he's right in front of you.
Yeah, he's literally right in front of me. Right in back of a dark colored truck. You're gonna see him. He's at 3 miles an hour.
Yeah, he's right behind that dark truck.
Yeah, we're at something.
Get out of the car. Put your hands up.
Get out of your car. Let me see your hands. Let me see your hands. Let me see your hands. Get out of the car. Get out of the car. Get out of the car.
Oh, I'm gonna call the police.
Good. I hope so.
Get out of the car.
Get out of the car. Pull it
I
open.
can't. Let me get it off. The fuck? I'm getting it off. What?
Out of the car.
Oh,
Out
yeah.
of the
I'm
car.
telling my mama.
Good. You call whoever you want to call.
The fuck? What the fuck? Oh, yeah. I can't wait to call my mom.
Good. I'm glad. Why didn't you stop?
I didn't fucking know you were pulling me over. What the fuck you
Really?
pulling me
For
over
about 5 miles?
5 miles. Can I get my phone?
You can't get nothing.
Oh, can you get my license out of here too?
70, 222, show one detained.
I'm deaf calling my mom. Oh, I can't wait for this.
4 detained, so the
And I'm late for work. Oh,
So that's why you're driving 100 miles an hour?
I'm driving
That's a police
100
car?
miles.
Have a seat.
Oh, and your car is dirty.
Have a good one.
You have a good one. The fuck? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I can't wait for this. I never been behind a police car. Yes, remove my car and turn my car off 'cause I just paid for gas.
Also, we're going to move the vehicle from the roadway sheets and then I can start one.
Oh yeah. Which can you call my mom while I'm in here? And can you call my job too while I'm in here so I can tell them that I just got arrested? Do the second one for me first before, because I got to be to work in 3 minutes.
Hold on a second.
She was doing 110 plus.
Well, she was trying to go.
And she passed him in the Cardstown area.
Oh yeah, that's what they do, bro. Even when I'm coming to work,
Yep.
they it's like they gotta go. Where you going to work? It's like they gotta rush somewhere.
Yeah. She's probably late for housekeeping because she works at housekeeping. She's probably supposed to be there for 8 o'clock.
This way.
That way. Ocean Reef.
Now, so it's no late for work. You just put me in freaking handcuffs and pointed a gun at me. Oh, that is rhetorical right there.
All right. Where's your driver's license at now?
Inside the car, which I tried to grab. My record
Driver's license
is
good?
my record is cleaner than you know what.
So why didn't you stop?
Cleaner than my panties.
Why didn't you stop?
Because why was you pulling me over? Can you call the job? I'm already late.
I'm just asking you a question.
I just told you, because I didn't know you was pulling me over. Why is you pulling me over?
Because your speed?
My speeds, it was about like 30 cars behind me speeding. What do you mean my speeds?
So she's not going to work today.
Oh, they got some housekeeping where she's going.
Yep. She's gonna need her purse and everything, so I'll get that out of there for her.
Okay, well,
And that's all she's gonna get.
I was just coming because I thought y'all probably need traffic control or something.
Well, you were here and it worked. I had to fly off the reef
Yeah, I heard you.
because it was like they had to call me on the cell phone because he started it. He was gonna call me back and say, hey, I'm gonna go after her. And he never did, and then I'm doing stuff. I'm trying to enter FCs, and I got a guy that's got a warrant at the frickin' Welcome Center for child possession, rid of for child whatever,
support.
child support.
Yeah.
And they're calling me going, I was like, crap, there goes my warrant. I was like, he's got to, I know where he's probably going to be working, so I could probably go back and get him if he's still there.
Right.
But, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, I threw the spikes out and she stopped dead.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, practice, right?
That's right. I threw them good too, and it's on video.
Stopping me, instead of you calling the security wannabe green shirt wearing man, you could have simply pulled on the side of me when the traffic got low. Obviously, if you wanted to pull me over.
Stop for 5 miles.
Man, nobody knew you was stopping me, and then when you started clicking the little red thing, we was on a bridge.
Ma'am, your responsibility is to pull over, is it not?
Oh my God. Can you get these handcuffs off me because I feel like a dog?
What's that?
Can you get the handcuffs off
Yeah,
me
we'll
because
take
I
care of
feel
your
like a
job.
dog? And I don't like how your little officer pulled that gun into my
We'll take
face.
care of your job.
Under Wren versus United States, any observed traffic violation provides lawful basis for a stop, regardless of officer motivations. The initial observation of 78 miles per hour in what appears to be a lower speed zone justified the enforcement action. When the driver failed to yield, the violation transformed from a traffic citation into felony fleeing and eluding charges. Every state criminalizes willful failure to stop for law enforcement with activated emergency lights and sirens. The statute requires proof that the officer was in an authorized emergency vehicle, gave clear signal to stop, and the driver willfully refused. The 5-mile duration and excessive speeds constitute aggravating factors that elevate the severity of the offense. Officers deployed spike strips, a standard pursuit termination tool designed to deflate tires gradually without high-speed collisions. Once the vehicle stopped, officers conducted a high-risk vehicle stop with weapons drawn and clear verbal commands. Under Pennsylvania versus Mims, officers have absolute authority to order occupants from vehicles during lawful stops as a matter of officer safety. After a felony pursuit, drawing weapons and using firm commands is objectively reasonable under Graham versus Connor. Graham established that use of force must be judged from the perspective of a reasonable officer on scene, not with 20/20 hindsight. The subject's immediate noncompliance, using her phone and arguing during a felony stop, demonstrated dangerous disregard for the situation's severity. Her claim that she didn't know officers were pursuing her after 5 miles with lights and sirens is legally and factually implausible. Being late for work is never legal justification for excessive speed, and certainly not for fleeing from law enforcement. Despite extreme provocation, including profanity, false accusations, and hostile attitude, officers maintained professional composure throughout. The use of force remained minimal, limited to verbal commands and necessary physical contact to secure the subject safely. Officers demonstrated excellent tactical coordination through clear radio communications and strategic spike strip deployment. The legal framework here involves multiple violations: speeding, reckless driving, and felony fleeing and eluding. Fleeing and eluding carries significant penalties, typically classified as a felony with potential imprisonment and license revocation. The subject's statements during the stop, including admissions about her speed and motivations, constitute incriminating evidence admissible in court. Under Miranda, suspects must be advised of rights before custodial interrogation. but voluntary statements made without questioning are admissible. The subject made numerous voluntary incriminating statements without any interrogation from officers. From a constitutional perspective, all officer actions fall within Fourth Amendment reasonableness standards. The initial stop, the pursuit, the spike strip deployment, and the high-risk stop procedures were all legally justified. Scott versus Harris established that law enforcement may take reasonable action to terminate dangerous pursuits that threaten public safety. A vehicle traveling at 100 miles per hour on public roads with traffic present constitutes an immediate danger, justifying termination tactics. Law enforcement receives a grade of A-. Legal compliance was perfect, tactical soundness excellent, and professionalism exemplary. Minor deductions apply only for positioning during the vehicle stop where additional hardcover could have been utilized. The subject receives a grade of F. Every decision escalated consequences from a simple citation to felony charges. She failed to stop initially, continued fleeing at dangerous speeds, refused to comply during the felony stop, and offered no credible explanation. Her hostile demeanor and false claims demonstrated neither understanding of her rights nor acceptance of responsibility. The critical lesson here involves decision-making at multiple intervention points. Stopping immediately when emergency lights activate results in a traffic citation, typically a fine with no criminal record. Fleeing transforms that citation into felony charges with potential imprisonment, permanent criminal record, and license suspension. During a felony stop, immediate compliance with officer commands is not optional. It is legally required and crucial for safety. Making incriminating statements without legal counsel present can strengthen prosecution cases significantly. The constitutional right to remain silent exists precisely to prevent self-incrimination during law enforcement encounters. This incident demonstrates how a minor traffic violation becomes a life-altering felony through poor decision-making. Understanding legal obligations during traffic stops, the consequences of fleeing, and the importance of compliance can prevent similar outcomes. Officers showed textbook application of pursuit policies, termination tactics, and high-risk stop procedures throughout this incident. Their restraint in the face of provocation exemplifies professional law enforcement standards. Let us know if there is an interaction or legal topic you would like us to discuss in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to check out our second channel, Street Law, for even more police interaction and courtroom content.